Welcome to another fun-filled, exciting adventure of geometric construction. All right, so this is going to be a bit of a more complex series of drawings. Lots of curves and fillets and tangents and all sorts of fun stuff, but you're also going to have to learn how to dimension, set up textiles, layers, as well as sheets. So in the end, you're going to turn in something that will be on a sheet like this with your name on it, and you're going to turn it in online. Okay, I'm not going to worry about printing off, but I am going to look for some key features on this. So here's the first drawing I'm going to do with you guys. I'll probably do a couple for this video series, but let's go ahead and get started. Hit new and get going. So I'm going to choose new in this because I need a blank sheet, because otherwise I have layers and stuff loaded. And I want to show you guys what it looks like when you're just starting off from scratch. Sorry about that. Okay. Here we go. So first thing we're going to do is set up some layers. Okay. So you type LA for layers, or you click this little icon up here. I did not want to do that. There we go. All right. So you're going to hit new layer, which is right here. The first one is going to be called dim for dimension. Or type out the full word. I don't care. Choose on the word color. And this one needs to be red. Use these down here, folks. Okay. Next one, do it again. It's going to be called center. Center. Leave it red. I'll explain why later. Click on the word that says continuous. What this will do, we'll jump into a dialog box that looks like this. You'll press load. Okay. Scroll down. Find center. The top one. Don't choose these two. Press OK. Now you have to click center again, otherwise it won't load. Now this word should change to the center, and it did. One more time. This one's going to be called hidden. Prepping for some drawings here in a little while, but it's good practice to do this. Okay, change red to blue. Press OK. Click center. Click load. Go to hidden. Press OK. There it is. Press OK again. Okay, you got them loaded. Don't worry about these line weights and transparency. This is a way to tone the layers down some, but we'll kind of go over that a bit later in the future. So go ahead and close this out. If you're wondering what we did, it's right up here. Okay. Let's get going on the drawing itself. So what I would do first is draw two circles. One is a radius of 1, and one is a radius of 0.5. Okay? All right, so do that first. So radius of 1 and radius of 0.5 on your sheet. Okay? Next, what I would do is draw a line to the left 1 inch. It should go right to the quadrant, and it does. Down 1.5. Press escape. Okay? Next, we need to do 2 radius circles, one of which is 0.375. The other one, I just press enter to re-invoke that command, is 1.563. There we go. Then I need to draw a line from this bottom quadrant to here, and then we're good for a moment. Okay? So next there is a line that draws right here, as you see on the sheet. Or maybe not. Maybe you're just watching me and you're just trusting I'm going to send you the right way. So here's how we draw a tangent line. Hit line, type tan. The word tan, yes. Click somewhere on here, and you see here how you move it around? It's looking for another tangent spot, but you have to tell it where to go. So you have to type tan again, click this circle anywhere on this top part, and see, it snaps right to that. Okay. The next thing I want to do is do a fillet. F enter, R enter. My fillet is 0.375. Click here, click here. Okay. Now let's trim this mess up a little bit so it's not quite as overwhelming. So trim. I can trim this now, this. Little guy right there, I'll trim here too. I know that because I did it earlier. Trim that. And then I'm going to go ahead and erase these 2 lines. And then I'm good to go right now. Okay. So if you got that done, looks like a little alien dude maybe, then you're good so far. Next step, hit line, hit the top quadrant of this, and go to the right 6.75. 6.75. Go up 2.375. Okay, this way we don't know. Okay, so just press escape for now. Hit line again. Hit the middle of this. Make sure you touch the circle in order to activate the midpoint. Go over 3. That's not 3. Go over 3. Okay, you should end up somewhere around here. Now, I need a 45 angle. So in order to do this, and you notice I still have line on, I didn't press escape, but that's up to you. Click down here at this arrow next to polar and set that to 45. Now you're going to draw a 45 angle like so. I'm just going to dump it right here. Okay, I could have tracked that, but I decided not to. Then you go line from here to here and go ahead and trim that out. And you're like, this ain't that bad, boy. I know that. Okay. Next is some offsetting, but I want to show you something new about the offset command that I recently learned that I should have realized a long time ago. So when you offset, let's do an offset of 2 enter. Click this line here, go over to the left and click. Now, I have to do a different measurement, but I don't feel like pressing escape to an offset, pressing escape to an offset. It's really redundant. So I'm going to click the bottom one here, and I'm going to go up. It says 2, but watch this. I can change my measurement. 0.625. Boom. Save time. Click here. I'm going to go over 0.75. Now, unfortunately with this, it won't remember what the last one was, but that's okay. 0.75. I just have a couple offsets to do, so I don't really care. I need 2 circles. I'm just going to do radius here. 0.25. And I can do another circle here the same, or I can click this, choose a middle, copy, go up and click. I like copying these things. Okay? We can go ahead and erase these lines here now because they're done. Okay? Last thing are a couple fillets. So F enter, R enter, 0.25. Click here and click here. Let's enter again. Click here and click here. Do some light trimming. Oops. Trim. Trim. And the object is done. So you got that finished. But we have to do measurements next. So I'm just going to motor through this. But I want to teach you a few things first. So if you're going to get certified, this is going to really help you out. Choose on the Annotate tab. Okay? There's this whole styles thing right here. In order to do a style, you either have to type in the word style or click this little arrow right there. Okay? And this dialog box ought to pop up. Okay? So we're going to hit New Style. Okay? Call this Voith Style or your last name style, whatever. Okay? Then let's change this to a different font. I like using Stylus BT. Okay? My height you have to set 0.125. Press apply, close. Now, if you look up here, that changes now to voice style. So if you have to type something, it will automatically type as that font. Cool, huh? Okay, next, I want to do a dimension style. 2 ways till I get there. One is this arrow once again, or type in D-enter. So I'm going to go D-enter. That's how I like doing it. Okay, we're going to make a new style. Make sure you have standard clicked right now. Choose new. I want to create a copy of standard. So start with standard, so this will be my default. So we're going to call this one LACC dim. Choose continue. So now you have a new one made. And this should pop up. Choose text. So I want to change this to my Voith style. That way my text is set. Okay. Hit primary units. Change this to 3 decimal places. So right here, 3 decimal places. Then go down to the bottom. There's a suppressing the leading 0. I want to do that. That way I don't have zeros where I don't want them, especially on my radiuses and stuff. So press OK. Press close. Now up here, it should automatically change to my LACC dim. If not, you can go over here and you can click it. Okay. So let's do some dimensioning now. Now, typically I would stay in this front screen, but there's a few tools that I don't have on that front screen. So I'm going to choose. So I'm going to stay in this Annotate tab. So choose linear first. And I just want to do, wait, stop. I need to change my layer. I need to change this to dimension. Yeah, that's the first thing. Should have done that first. Oh, I can change it here too. My bad, that's new. Okay, hit linear. Click this, and click this, and move it up and dump it. You see you have your little text. It looks much better. I need to do these also, but I want to do this the lazy way, or the more efficient way, if you will. Choose on the Continue button, and you see here how it draws out the line with it. So I'm going to click here, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click here. Love it. Press Escape. There is another option you have too, and I want to show you this as well. There was something called a baseline, which will actually, I'm not going to keep this, I'm just showing you, will give you measurements off of, guess what, the base line. Cool, huh? Maybe for the future you'll use this, I don't know, but just so you know it's there. Okay. Next thing is doing circles. You're like, wait, I got this. I don't need this. Yes, you do. If it's a full circle, it's always with a diameter. Full circle diameter. These are with points, so I need you to make sure that you're listening carefully. Okay. Click here and drag it out and dump it. Okay. That looks decent, but it's not great. Okay. I want you to look at this plus right here. This is going to change drastically here in the next minute. So let's erase this and redo it. I'm doing all this on purpose. So I want you to type in the command dimcen, D-I-M-C-E-N. Press enter. Type minus 0.12. Press enter. Now, if you do it again, you'll see you have the little crosshairs here. If it looks like there's a top missing, you can take this and drag it up to the top. Totally acceptable or not, it's up to you. So now, it's not in the way. Okay? So, next thing I want to do here, there's two of these. I don't want to have to put two of these on here. That's too much work. Double click on the number, and an edit box is going to come up. And if you look at my arrow, you see that there's a cursor. You should see it on your screen too. Hit 2x, press spacebar. Then when you're done, you either click on your screen or press the close text editor box, and it will automatically dock it. Cool, huh? I'm going to do the same thing down here. So click on, this needs to be radius, because this is an arc. Anything less than 360 is that. So, oops, I did the wrong fillet. I just realized that. That's okay. I'm going to delete it. Fillet radius, sorry, I got a little bit overzealous, 0.25. These are supposed to be 0.25. But I have to make a little change here to it. That's okay. Just erase and erase. My bad. There we go. Looks much better. Okay. Sorry about that. That looks much better. Okay. So I'm going to once again double click this. And I'm going to hit the 2x right here. Okay. I'm going to keep on doing my dimensions and stuff. So do me a favor. Pause your video and look at your worksheet and try to do it, because I want to make sure I have room for the rest of this fun. Okay? So I'm going to pause my video real quick. I'm going to finish up the measurements, and you'll see what it looks like. So with the magic of editing, there we go. I got them in there. There's one more I want to show you guys, because I haven't shown you yet, how to get an angle. And that's the angular one. So you're going to click and bring it in. So in general, you should always try to keep your measurements outside of the drawing. I just did a quick edit. So the last thing I want to do is something called a dimension break. So type dim break. This is not a must. I just want to show you this. So in general, you shouldn't have your lines going through your measurements, but it's okay if you do. If you click here and click here, you'll see a break comes through. So click, click. Some will show better than others based on what's going on in the drawing. So if you click your measurement, you click your line, all of a sudden that happens. So measurement, line. Sometimes if you have lines over lines, it's really hard to see and do. Not a must, I just want to show it to you. So this will be the end of this video. I'm not going to worry about that dim break thing too much, just want to show it to you guys because it does exist. But otherwise, I'll have a follow-up video on this one on how to do your sheets. Thank you very much. See you soon.